Hey everyone, Chris Lee Moore here, and I want to take this time to say a couple of things about something that a number of you may or may not be interested in, and, well, that is pro wrestling and my newest feature on RowdyC.com, the Wrestling Mark News. This is obviously the first time I've ever talked about the Wrestling Mark on video, and it's hopefully the first and last time that I'll break character regarding it. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Wrestling Mark News has been a series of news articles that I've written about WWE shows like Raw and SmackDown and whatever pay-per-views I can see. Now, these reports are completely kayfabe. Now, you know how so many wrestling fans are out there on the internet trying to get out every piece of information on why a match is booked this way and all of the backstage politics that go on behind the scenes? There's none of that here. The Wrestling Mark News is where you'll get independent reports on WWE wrestling as if it was actually in the sports pages like an actual sporting event from your newspaper. Now, I wanted to stop and get a few things off my chest about why I created this, and then tell you how I'm about to expand it. And this is so I can voice my own opinions about some of the things I've seen on the internet from other wrestling fans, particularly the ones at WrestleWrestle.com. Now, first off, let me say that I encourage you all to go and check out WrestleWrestle.com because it is a very entertaining site. It was created by the legendary Noah Antweiler, the spoony one. Love the guy, great talent, and very funny guy. And he and other wrestling fans basically talk and rant about what's going on and what's wrong with wrestling. Noah primarily focuses on TNA wrestling, which admittedly I don't watch and stuff, so I just take what he says at face value, but still, it's very entertaining. See, the biggest reason I created the Wrestling Mark News is because, as a whole, I don't really care for the smart crowd in wrestling, and there are two big reasons why. See, the first is that there's a large number of those fans that have the attitude of, if you don't agree with all of our opinions, if you don't love and hate the same wrestlers that we do, if you don't think John Cena's a talentless bum, you're just as much the problem with wrestling as Vince McMahon is. It's like, screw this being a free country and everything. You have to agree with us or you're not a real wrestling fan. That's why I want to make this clear. See, despite how I'm about to disagree with a lot of these opinions from guys like Noah and Sean Fowles, I respect their right to have those opinions. They have every right to state what they think on their shows. And I'm willing to believe that a handful of them, maybe the guys on WrestleWrestle.com, they're not among the many smarks who hate all wrestling fans that don't agree with them. But those people out there exist. The second reason is how these fans seem to hate everything about wrestling that isn't realistic, that it doesn't look like it could really happen. Like, I have to bring this guy up again. I just watched one of Noah's reviews, and he got on again about the angle John Cena had last year, where he was made to join Nexus and then fired, only to not miss a show before getting rehired, because, we all knew that Cena wasn't really gone, and he kept appearing at every show, so that made it a terrible angle. Look, I just didn't see it that way. I knew that Cena would likely be fired at Survivor Series and eventually brought back, but I thought it was entertaining to see how he was going to get back, and the way he kept finding ways to get in the building and basically, show the Nexus that you're never gonna get rid of him. Yeah, I thought that was entertaining. The smarks, see, they claim that they know wrestling is staged, but that they still enjoy it for the art form. No. The reality from how I see it, they know it's staged, but they don't want to believe it. See, they think the only way wrestling can be entertaining is if they put on shows, put on matches where they could leave after watching them, thinking that, see, that match could have been real. They were really trying to beat each other up to death like they used to do back before Vince McMahon ruined everything and made it all fake, back when it was really, really, really real. which is complete bullcrap. Wrestling promoters of years ago were still staging their matches, but they were lying to their fans, trying to make them think it was real, and that's something that wrestling still suffers from to this day, because I have friends and family that they don't understand how I can enjoy watching wrestling because they think the overwhelming majority of wrestling fans still believe it's real. Basically, we have a bunch of internet fans whining that everything about wrestling, from the action to the story angles, has to be as realistic as possible. I mean, why? Why does it have to be completely realistic to be enjoyed? I didn't watch Buffy because I think vampires and demons really exist. I mean, I don't watch How I Met Your Mother because I think someone like Barney Stinson can really exist and get by in our world. I mean, do you think Noah Antweiler was really turned into a Black Lantern zombie and has a mad scientist look-alike? Wrestling's the same way it is with me. It's escapism. Anyway, that's basically why I created the Wrestling Mark News, so that the fans who just want to enjoy the entertainment aspect of wrestling can have a place to do it. I'll be continuing my text reports as usual. You can find all the links to them at rowdyc.com. But within the next few weeks, I hope to add video reports as well. Now, originally I wanted to do this entire segment and make it like a wrestling version of SportsCenter, but ultimately I didn't want to risk any problems with using the WWE's clips, so they'll probably just be opinion pieces on the videos, and they'll be totally kayfabe like the articles. I'll be playing a character called the Wrestling Mark. I still don't know exactly how I'm going to pull off a look, what type of look I'm going to use for that. But basically, if you want to see someone playing either a reporter/fan giving opinions on the wrestling characters and their angles in-universe, as well as who he thinks is going to possibly win upcoming matches, hopefully this will be a fun piece for you to watch. So that's basically it. I hope you will look forward to this and some other features that I hope to start up over the next few months right here at rowdyc.com.